Well, as you can see, I'm starting to put the Commodore 128 back together. There's a very good reason for that. Actually, I think I found the culprit, and it turned out it was no more than the power supply for the 128 that is only putting out 5 volts. The 9 volts it's supposed to be putting out, which is 9 volts AC, was not putting out at all. So the next thing I did was I took apart the power supply. Well, it does have a power supply. Luckily, it's not sealed in plastic like the Commodore 64 is. So I started taking a look at this. Only has 4 screws to take it apart. So I did that, and on the board it has a, I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm just going to get more light in there. 125 volt 4 amp fuse inside, but on the outside that goes through where the 9 volts is going to be picked up, there's a fuse back here on the back. There's a fuse there. That's where it goes. I pulled it out. But I checked it out with my ohm meter, and it is definitely a blown fuse. There's no two ways about it. It went off like a flash bulb in the middle. So, and that's the one it's actually for 1.5 amps at 250 volts. So I'm gonna get a new one of those, and we're gonna put this back together, and I'm pretty sure that the Commodore 128 will work, because it was trying to work with only 5 volts. So it needs actually 12 volts on the bus, and it does have something to do that, to raise that 9 volts to 12. So because the bus is supposed to be 12 volts. So anyhow, I was kind of glad that I looked at this thing, and oh my golly, it's got a circuit board and a transformer. I don't have to go through a sealed plastic thing or toss this thing out and go buy a new one. And all I got to do is hopefully just change the fuse, and that'll be it. So that'll be the next thing I'll be doing, is I'm gonna put the Commodore 128 back together, and then I'll finish working on this and put the fuse in and check it out and see if we're getting 9 volts out, and make sure it doesn't blow again for some reason. And that'll be it. Oh, chubby, stop. And then we'll just go back here and put this back together. Oh, stop, Chubbs. Stop it. So anyway, so yeah, it's sometimes you just never know. So I think I'm just going to put this back together. If I do have another problem, I can take it apart easy enough. So that'll pretty much take care of it. And that's going to be it for me. And you better be quiet, Chubby. Anyway, that'll be it for now.